You wonder why you're always tired. Why sleep escapes you even when you're drained. Why your mind replays every word, every look, every step like a broken record? Let me ask you this. What if it's not your job, not your circumstances, not even your past that's haunting you? What if the real reason is this? You've handed your peace to people who were never meant to carry it. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments. Which country are you watching this video from? You've become a mirror for their opinions, a puppet to their validation. You've shaped your identity around the hope of approval. And here's the brutal truth. Most of them aren't even thinking about you. They're too consumed by their own anxieties, just like you. Trapped, performing, drowning silently while trying to stay liked. And this is your chance to break the pattern. You analyze faces before you speak, monitor reactions before you express, laugh when it's not funny, agree when your heart says otherwise. And each time you do, you silence your truth. You bury yourself deeper. But you weren't born to live like this. You weren't created to please crowds. You were created to master yourself. Marcus Aurelius said it best. We love ourselves more than others, yet care more about their opinions than our own. That's the sickness. That's the poison. And it's spreading fast. When you shrink yourself to fit in, you vanish. You become invisible even to your own eyes. And here's the twist. People sense it. Not the failure, but the desperation they feel when you're begging to be liked. And the moment they do, their respect vanishes. Because validation seekers are never truly valued. That's the prison we build with smiles and silence. But the Stoics, they saw it coming. Epictetus reminded us, some things are within our control. Others are not. What others think of you, that's not your business. So, how do you show up now? Rooted in values or twisted by expectations? Do you stand for something, or do you float waiting for approval to tell you who you are? Every time you abandon your principles for someone else's comfort, you lose a piece of your soul. That's the cost of people-pleasing. Your integrity, your power, your peace. Don't get it twisted. This isn't permission to be cruel or cold. It's a call to be unshakable, to be like a mountain. Unbothered by passing winds, present but unmoved. You want peace, stop seeking applause. You want strength, stop explaining yourself, because real strength begins the moment you no longer need to be understood. Seneca once said, "I have begun to be a friend to myself." That's the goal. That's the Stoic way. Not to impress, but to be aligned with yourself, with truth, to live without the need to apologize for who you are. You weren't made to be understood by everyone. You were made to live with discipline, resilience, and virtue. Whether they clap or criticize, your worth stays constant, unshaken, unnegotiable. But it takes work. It takes brutal honesty. Ask yourself, where are you trading truth for approval? What's the cost of that trade? Has it brought you happiness or just exhaustion? Because the truth is this. Every time you live for others' approval, you give up your own peace. You can't serve both the crowd and your conscience. One will demand your silence. The other will demand your strength. Choose, because this life is short, and if you waste it trying to be liked, you'll never be respected. If you spend it chasing comfort, you'll never build character. There's a reason Marcus Aurelius kept a journal. He knew the mind left undisciplined becomes a battlefield of fear and ego. You think you're alone in this fight? You're not. Everyone worth anything has walked through the fire of disapproval. The only question is, will it burn you or forge you? Those who live for praise die in silence. Those who live for the crowd disappear when it turns away. But those who live for truth, they cannot be moved. They don't bend to gossip. They don't collapse at criticism because they're focused on something higher. Excellence. You want to be great, then earn your own respect. Stop begging for theirs. You want to be free? Stop managing their perception. Let them misunderstand you. Let them laugh. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you don't betray yourself. When doing what's right matters more than looking right, you become untouchable. That's when people feel you. That's when your presence becomes undeniable, because there is nothing more powerful than a human being who no longer needs to impress anyone. Don't fight the world. Just stop fighting yourself. Let go of needing to be perfect. Let go of needing to be liked. Let go of needing to be anything for anyone else. Be you fully, fiercely, fearlessly. This is the heart of Stoicism. This is your freedom. If this message hits something deep, don't forget to like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more from Aurelius Insights. Turn on the bell so you never miss the content that helps you grow. Your journey to self-mastery starts